Good evening, Internet. This is a not a normal Wednesday stream. Some other circumstances have come across today, and we forego the gaming because first off, I'm not home. I'm actually sitting out in the middle of a state park in the middle of nowhere in a cabin. So the cabin's right over here behind the camera. I've got my fire going on over here. And so we decided to just potentially do just a hangout, discussion stream, talk about life, politics, and the thing that happened today. Sean, do you want to go over what specifically went down?
Okay, so depending on where you are in the US or the world this afternoon or evening, Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Live doing a TP USA event at one of the universities in Utah.
It was, I believe, noon Central Time. It would have been local time to Utah.
Yeah, and everybody's been kind of, well, just like with any other high profile deleting.
Mhm.
Everybody's been scrambling to find anything about it or try to be that one guy that, oh, I found this out that broke the case open.
Yeah, they want to be the first to talk about it.
Yeah. And then there are the highly untasteful, disrespectful commentary and videos going about in celebration of
Right after it happened. So a little bit of backstory: Hassan Piker was scheduled to debate him sometime coming up real soon, and right after it happened, Hassan tweeted, "This smells of false flag."
Oh, you're kidding.
It's Hassan Piker.
Yeah, that guy's a piece of shit.
Fair.
Hey, Megan.
Hi, Megan.
guys.
I'm kind of surprised he said something so kind. Usually he would he'd glorify this instead of going,
Well, he never gave condolences. It was always just some sort of weird bullshit that he always does.
Yeah, fair point, Sean. I'm sorry, guys. It is saturation coverage down here. I'm just numb and heartbroken for his little ones.
Yeah.
I'm reminded of something my grandfather used to always say when he came back from the war. It's attributed to Churchill. I may not totally agree with you all of the time, but God knows I will fight to the death for your right to share your opinion. And
cheers to that.
My grandfather always said it after the war, and it's something I live by. I don't agree with everyone all of the time, but killing someone, sorry, I to interrupt, but my first thought when I woke up to the news was, oh, good God Almighty, here we go again.
Yeah.
And I'm not joking when I said that. And then I saw the shooting, whatever you want to call it.
You saw the footage? Which view did you see? The long shot or the close-ups?
I saw both, and it's it's just like, why does this still happen? I said it on another stream. I've been on and off streams all day because I cannot concentrate to work. But aren't we supposed to be civilized? Or did I miss the memo when that got passed over?
Well, after all the George Floyd stuff, and then the Antifa and the left burning down cities and being violent for their mostly fiery but mostly peaceful protests, yeah, I believe civility left them like at least 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, good. So I'm not wrong in saying that, because I said,
back even further. It goes back even further.
Without being dramatic, my first thought was, good God, here we go again. And I'm not even in your country, so I can't imagine when
it happened. When I heard about it, my cousin messaged me on Discord, and I was watching a Charlie Kirk video, a short on YouTube, and I saw a thing come up. And I'm like, how does he know I'm watching the Charlie Kirk video? And my cousin posted, Charlie Kirk just got shot. I'm like, what the fuck? And like, it was weird like that. And then, so the video of that, because it was so saturated on the X timeline, I saw the up close video like every third or fourth post on X for like a good 2 hours, and it was hard. It was impossible not to see it.
Yeah, and I think that's what I'm going to do after I finish talking to you fine gentlemen, is I've just got to not desensitize, but I've got to just switch off and, maybe watch Back to the Future again or something, like, because I only got 3 hours sleep last night as well. And it's like, I just I'm not overloaded, but it's just,
Oh my
I
God.
just want to cry.
Who invited Cowboy?
Anybody can come on this panel.
I just want to cry for his children and his wife.
Oh yeah.
I just, and apparently I heard, I don't know whether you guys did, the kids were there.
Yeah, his wife and his kids
So was the
were
wife.
in attendance.
Yeah, they were there.
Yes, so they were, the little ones would have seen or at least heard, and I just can't comprehend it, boys. That's where I'm at. It's just like, my nephew's 6, so not much older than Charlie's eldest, and my heart's breaking. And I will admit that I had no clue who Charlie Kirk was before this, because that's my brother's thing. He loves your politics for some weird reason.
Thanks, Bacon.
You know
I said that to my brother earlier. He say this is a
what?
turning point.
You know what? I called him. Ike, you called me, around 4 o'clock my time, and I said
right after I found out about it, I called you, Bob.
Yeah, and I said the same thing. I said this has been a line that has been crossed that there's no coming back from.
Yeah, I agree, Bob. And I think, as tragic as it is what happened to Charlie, the line needed to be drawn, and it needed to be crossed, and it needed to be redrawn and crossed again, because when is enough enough? I guess is my question. Is it now? Is it now?
They keep crossing the line, Megan.
Well,
they are habitual fucking line steppers, and they keep crossing the line and moving them forward. And
they've been tiptoeing that line, Bob, and because they're tiptoeing that line, they're just barely nudging it, and it keeps moving forward and forward and getting closer and closer to where it's getting to right now.
But like I said, and Bacon just said, and I said to you earlier today, that they had just crossed that line.
So, Bob, so hold on. What Bacon's saying here is kind of a joke. So his organization he created was Turning Point USA. So this is a turning point.
Yeah. It's a play on words, Bob, but Bob's point. But what we cannot disagree with.
I get it, but the irony of it is
exactly. That's why it's sad.
Yeah. But you can't disagree though, Ike, with what
Bob's not at all.
Okay, you know what, guys? On that hamster stream when he was watching Pearl and what's it called? And Pop, there was this lefty broad who says, "You live by the sword, you die by the sword," and basically mocking his death.
There's some people that were saying that.
Here's the one irony about that is Charlie Kirk never carried a fucking sword.
No,
ever.
Or a gun or anything like that.
His words were his sword.
His words.
Yep.
His words were his sword. Exactly. Yep.
What Megan said earlier about the I may disagree with you, but I'll fight to the death to defend your right to say it. Charlie on a bunch of his things, his panels and whatnot he's been doing, where he sits out and debates people. He's said that to people. It's like, I disagree with you, but I'll fight to allow you to say it.
My grandfather said it was a quote from Winston Churchill, and I
know it probably is, but Charlie has said that in the past, and I've seen it.
And what I loved about Charlie and admittedly, I've only seen footage post his passing because, as I said, I had never heard of him. He was willing to engage in conversation, and the art of that has been lost. Now, like I said, Bob and I can have a debate, and I will listen to Bob, and hopefully he'll listen to me. And we can disagree vehemently, but I will still shake Bob's hand and say, I don't agree with you, Bob, but thanks for chatting with me. And that's what he seemed to do to me. Maybe I'm looking at it through the wrong lens.
The best way to describe it wasn't necessarily a conversation; it was civil debate. Like he'll disagree with you, but he'll have a civil back and forth with anybody.
And the way I look at it, I'm a Toastmaster of 17 years, and I love watching people debate. He'd lean in to listen to what you'd say, but then if you watch him, he sort of sits back to digest what you've said before he speaks. Instead of jumping down your throat, you're wrong. He's like, let me think about it for a sec. Okay, here's what I think. And
Megan, I'll go back to what your grandfather said. All right, your grandfather fought in the war, right?
Yep, Second World War in the Pacific. Yep.
Okay. That's the same thing all of us were saying. We all fought for that right to agree to disagree. You might be wrong, but there's no fucking reason to kill somebody because of the fact that they did disagree with you. And there's the most disrespectful thing I've seen is all these lefties now saying, oh, great, he's dead because, he doesn't agree with my fucking ideas.
Anybody that's sitting there celebrating this, I'm going to hands down say is fucking evil.
Great. And okay, forget the politics. A wife has lost her husband, and 2 babies, and that's what they are, 4 and 1, have lost their father. I'm sorry, you cannot spin that in any way to tell me that's what deserved to happen. And if you do, and I'm not saying anyone here is, by the way. No one on God's green earth can spin that to justify that to me.
Nobody should be able to spin that at all.
No, I agree.
You know what? The left will. They celebrate it.
Yes. Yeah, I know. They shouldn't.
That's my point. If you can spin this to some form of propaganda, celebration, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I'm with Ike. You are a piece of shit. Excuse my language, Ike. Sorry to swear.
No, you're fine. I call it as I see it.
I'm taking a drink.
I call it as I see it. Like anybody that's celebrating is a total piece of shit.
No, don't. What did the shit do to deserve that comparison, Ike? Let's be clear.
It's denigrated into actual pieces of shit.
Actual pieces of shit in the park left by dogs will be offended, and I will be offended for them. But no, I agree. Anyone who can celebrate this and go, woo, woo, he's dead, set off fire. No, don't agree.
The interesting thing about this was, from what I can gather, is as this was happening, he was having a discourse with somebody. So people come up to the microphone, and at that time, he was talking about the violent left. At the time when he got shot, from what I was gathering from what happened, I have not listened to the audio before that happened or during, but I kind of want to listen to what led up to that moment. I would like to listen to the whole thing if I could.
Do we got some stuff to check out, Ike?
Hey, Ting.
So I'm just running a little bit of a test.
Ting is in my room. Ting, welcome to my room.
I beg your pardon? Oh, you mean right? She's in your chat, or actually physically in your room?
No. It's a joke.
I know.
So, Naked, if you're still listening, I would say go take a look at my Twitter because you'll know who they are because I retweeted them outlining. They didn't even wait. They couldn't wait for Charlie's body to get cold before posting about gun control. And you know what? YouTube doesn't like that.
You're more than welcome in my room.
And
you're fine.
StreamYards didn't like it. It wouldn't allow it in StreamYards. And YouTube doesn't even have that in Top Chat. You have to go to live chat to see it.
Jeez.
They're already doing
So hang on,
censorship.
Sean.
Of
You're
course they are.
saying the poor bastard's not even cold, and
Yeah. And they're already saying this is about guns. No, it's about bad people with guns.
And I'm sorry, but why does this surprise anyone that they wouldn't even let him go cold, pardon the harshness of that, before posting shit like that? Why are we surprised by this? I'm not personally, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
100%.
and you guys have any of the graphic footage that you can send to me so I can watch of the Ukraine girl and the Charlie Kirk stuff? Because
I would
I've
if I
only
wasn't
seen
on my
the
phone
watered
right now.
down.
I'd have to look for it, Bob.
Sean,
I'm so.
If you have
Bob,
it,
just
can
go-
you send it to me? You have
Bob,
my number.
just go onto X and search. You search the Ukraine girl, whatever her name is. I forgot her name.
I forgot her name.
I'm not
Just
on X.
go to
I will never be
Twitter.
on X.
Yeah, Twitter, and search it. Just
Okay.
search it in the search bar. It'll come up. You'll find it.
And you just got to watch, or what is it? Bring into focus one video and then just let it either roll over or skip. And they've been doing nothing but
if you go
spamming it.
The best place to probably find it, go to the redheaded libertarian, her Twitter. She posted both the Ukraine girl and Charlie Kirk within the last 24 hours.
Is it on YouTube?
No, they're not going to put that on YouTube.
Twitter account.
Go to Twitter.
I was going to say, I think
putting that
Bob,
on YouTube is a violation of YouTube's terms of service.
Bob, I think I saw both on the New York Times site. If you can't find it on Twitter.
I have a really kind of a little macabre question here. How long before Brandon Herrera does a recreation video?
Yeah.
He may
I
just
did it till this
respectfully decline to do that.
Well, he did because Charlie's dead, but he did do a Donald Trump one, but Donald Trump's not dead. He also did a JFK one, so he probably won't. You're right. He probably won't at all.
Or they're gonna wait for more information.
Yeah, they probably should
because they're. What I was watching Razor Fist's stream tonight, a lot of the super chatters were really worried that this is going to turn into another Las Vegas situation where the investigation just says
it goes cold.
ABC did this and you get nothing out of it.
Yep, exactly.
And it's been how many years later?
You're right.
But if they don't have the actual suspect in custody, well, you know, we've seen movies on how these things roll out. We've read books about it. And guess what? Real life has been far more parody than the books ever could have been.
The truth is stranger than fiction, that's for sure. Did you guys see the video of the cops arresting a dude with the long rifle that was on Pop's chat?
Two people were arrested, but they were released. The shooter, the actual designated shooter for this, hasn't been arrested or caught yet.
No, the first one was an old guy in shorts and a blue shirt.
Yeah,
that guy was let go.
Well, he got booked. No, Bob, weird. I believe that guy got booked for obstruction, and so he got booked for obstruction.
Okay,
so
but
what I know
we
about
know he's not the guy. But there's another guy who the police found a rifle,
It was a pellet gun.
It had a sniper, or it had a silencer on it.
I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
Seen how many airsoft rifles?
Yeah, you can get pellet guns that have that on it.
Suppressors on it. Yeah.
But my brother.
Hang on, Ching. The BB gun guy. Okay, if it's a BB gun, you're not going to be shooting ammo out of it. So why would he need it?
Well, I don't know.
Hang on. Sorry, I haven't heard about the BB gun. There were 2 arrests. The older gentleman was, as Ike said, arrested for obstruction of justice. There was another, but I haven't heard anything about a BB gun. Why would you make that a sniper's rifle if it was a BB gun? Have I missed something in between?
I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about the BB gun guy. I'll have to do some research on that.
Yeah, I will.
I think Ting might be trolling here.
Probably a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
of
kind of her
course,
MO.
we don't expect anything less, but I'm saying
the
I haven't
footage I've
heard
seen
anything.
from the Pop and Pearl stream definitely showed a long rifle, and Pop talking about it in the range. He said anybody could have made that shot.
Outlaw,
As
you're
long as you
echoing.
were a hunter and
Yeah, I picked
aiming
it.
for game.
All right, cool.
Hey,
So
Outlaw.
how far was it from where they think the shooter was on top of the other building to where Charlie was?
I don't remember. I saw an image of that, and somebody posted
160
how far it
an
was.
image of it too. I just can't
It was-
remember because
From what Pop said, it was 160 yards, and it's doable by any average hunter with that type of
I was
rifle.
going to say that's
Somebody-
what I was thinking, Bob, with a good sniper's scope and a
Yeah.
rifle.
Somebody was
that-
mentioning. Well, the way that Charlie does his debates is he sits back while somebody's talking, and that's a perfect moment to do something like that. Somebody was also mentioning on Twitter, I can't remember which account it was, that this seems like it might have been a professional like assassination attempt, or even assassination.
No, it was not at all.
No, it seems
No,
too
even
messy.
Pop-
I don't know.
Even Pop mentioned it that if it was
I
Pop
don't know
mentioned
much.
that it was if he was aiming for the head and it hit him in the neck, the shooter didn't account for the distance
For
and
the
the
drop.
drop of the bullet.
Yep.
For the drop.
It went down.
That's what
about-
I was about. That's what I was about to say,
Yeah,
Bob. Because
so it exploded his neck.
Yeah,
Not
that
like
was
a very
hard to
he
watch.
was reported to be wearing body armor, which
hold on.
somebody who is marksman trained would know that the neck is probably his best
from
best
that's
way
what I
to
was
hit him.
wondering, Sean. I was wondering if it is a true sniper's rifle with a decent scope. Why not
Nope.
go for a front?
Not
Hold on,
Hang on,
Megan,
Bob.
not
Just-
at that range.
just real
No,
quick.
hang on,
I want to.
Hang on.
I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this from JR here. JR said it was probably some in Troon. My brother was asking the same question, kind of in a joking manner. What's the over under on when it comes out that this was somebody that identified as transgender?
Yeah, no.
First of all, I'll take the over on that, and we know
No, I
it's
was
not a
gonna
white
say I'll take
person
it over.
because we know it's not a white male because his name would have been plastered all over media.
I don't think they know who it is. They
already.
haven't caught him
I don't
yet.
think they know, Bob. My question
They
is though.
caught somebody.
No, they haven't caught they let both those guys go. They haven't caught the guy yet.
My question
They
though,
let the
Bob.
second guy go.
Yes, both
Yes.
of them in fairly quick succession. My
Yep.
question is though, from what did you say, 150 odd yards away with a sniper's rifle, not accounting for drop, why not? I don't see why the neck, aside from maybe going for the jugular, was the target. Or
No,
did they just...
Megan, he targeted the head, but due to the range, he didn't factor in the drop of the bullet, right?
Yeah, I
So
got
the
that.
bullet will drop.
There's no way
6
we can prove
inches
that.
from the head, which would
With
open your
Yeah,
neck
but no, hang on, Bob. I heard,
open.
and I might not be
Either way, it was still a kill shot.
Yeah, no, I'm taking into consideration what you're saying about the drop, Bob. I get that because I did study ballistics slightly and I've got a brother who shoots. But why? Maybe I'm answering my own question here as I think this out. But why not go for a kill shot in the front of the head? Why go for the side? Considering what you're saying about the drop. The only thing I can come up with was it'll be a clear, an absolute death before he hits the ground if it hits the jugular.
Yeah, that's a perfect kill shot right there. Hitting. There's so much vital stuff right there.
Actually,
The brain.
military are trained to shoot center mass, not at the head.
Exactly.
Head it can miss Okay, so you aim at the chest. Okay, so this is not a soldier. This is not a sniper. Okay, this is a regular person who has some skill at shooting at long distance. But anybody who eats crayons, colored crayons, will tell you that you always aim at the chest to put somebody down. That's it.
No.
That's how police are trained. Shoot center mass, but like that's what I said. That's why.
Here. They're trained for center of the head with a sniper's rifle and scope.
Well, no, that's for sniper training. So that's why a lot of people are speculating. Hold on. That's why people are speculating it was potentially a trained assassin.
Ike, I'm talking about our local police are trained in pistols and rifles, and they are trained to hit middle of the head. Now
well, that's why Australia is kind of retarded, because all police here in America and most military men are trained to shoot center mass, like right in the chest.
I will agree that center mass and chest makes sense until they're wearing full body armor.
Even if they're wearing body armor, that'll incapacitate them for at least a little bit.
Well,
even if they're wearing body armor, that's still going to hurt.
I'm talking about a kill shot though. Like, incapacitation. I thought you guys were like us and shoot to kill.
Hey, you know what? That's funny you mentioned that, because I watched the footage of Charlie Kirk earlier before he got shot. He went out and threw out the hats, right?
Yep.
Okay. Did you see any body armor on him? I didn't see it.
No, I'm talking about trained assassins and police, Bob. I'm not talking about Charlie.
No, this wasn't a trained assassin.
No. Well, I can't work out from if it was, which I tend to agree with you, Bob. It wasn't.
Anybody could make this shot at 160 yards.
Not accounting for drop. No sniper.
Guys. Really quick, I gotta make a quick phone call. Keep things civil. There's somebody else backstage. Outlaw's back. I'm going to make a phone call.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make a phone call really quick. I'll be right back.
I agree with you, Bob, because no trained sniper is not going to take into account drop.
Here's what I got to say about that. So at 150 to 200 meters, the bullet doesn't exactly. It does have a drop, but not in the way you guys think. So
yeah, right.
I'm former infantry.
Yep.
When we do our marksman qualifications annually, you're usually doing it up on pop-up targets, and your sights are zeroed at 300 meters because that's kind of like the longest that you're expected to be able to shoot at.
Right.
But what happens with the bullet, with its Coriolis effect, is for shorter range targets, you have to aim lower. Otherwise, if you aim center mass, you're going to miss.
Oh, good point. Yeah. But
so
then
at every interval, so like at 25 meters, you're aiming literally at the dirt right in front of the target, and then you're gradually bringing it up until 300 meters is where you need to be aiming center mass at. So maybe this guy was aiming center mass, and at 150 meters, they got lucky and hit the neck.
Overcompensated, is that what you're saying?
Or they knew what they were doing.
Really,
it's called Kentucky
windage in the corner.
Hang on. So, Sean, you said at 300 meters, to you correctly, you aim at the feet or near.
No, center mass.
Okay, so now my grasp.
Snipers are different.
Megan, that means you aim at the boobs.
Mission set.
You aim at your boobs.
Well, you got a flat moving target there, Bob, because I don't have any. Just trust me, it's not that kind of stream, brother.
It doesn't matter. We're still going to aim at your boobs.
Yeah, we're
going to take crayons afterwards.
So my question is, you say center mass, but okay, say I'm aiming center mass, and I get my target in the head, what has happened there?
You're going to
if
be
you were probably a lot
either
shorter
knocked
than what
down
you
or dead.
No, I'm saying if I'm aiming, say I'm aiming for the heart and my shot hits the dude or dudette in the head. Keep quiet.
Well, first of all, if you're aiming at center mass, you're not going to hit the head. You might hit the lower body, depending on the range. But the bottom line is, if you aim at center mass, at the most, you are going to eliminate a target. At the least, if a combat medic gets to them and gives them wound trauma and back to the battlefield hospital, there's a chance he's still gonna die.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's
without because of the blood loss.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm asking, Sean was saying from different lengths. You hit different parts of the body, and I was just wondering. Sean, quick question: Can a bullet bounce up? So, say I want to hit a target, say midsection. Can a bullet bounce up and hit in another?
It depends on the caliber of round, powder behind it, the rifle. I mean, there is magic bullet theory with the JFK assassination, but something about .22 caliber, which is I believe that is our 5.56. It's meant
Master,
to have
welcome.
power.
Who is Master Lessons? Somebody please check his channel quick.
Do what?
So yeah,
channel real quick.
I'm familiar with the 5.56 NATO. What it's really designed to do is to penetrate the body and create an exit. It's more of a penetrator.
Does somebody here know who Godfather? I don't know the rest of the name because it's cut off. Somebody here know somebody named Godfather?
I know a Godfather Ramadi.
Say that again, Ella.
I know a Godfather Ramadi.
Oh, that's who's there. Should I let him on?
I was going to say thank you, Ike. Thank you for letting me on.
What'd you say, Ella?
If it is who I think it is, he's a Marine, so he'll know.
Oh yeah, he's authenticated through YouTube, so yeah, I'm adding him on.
I'm going to drop Ike. I'm just so overwhelmed. Thanks for letting me come on.
All right, thanks for coming up. Good. Thanks for the insight.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Megan, for coming along.
Yeah, as I said, my heart's breaking for his little ones, and hopefully his dear wife will get them through it as best she can. And yeah, so thanks for having me, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, I'll message you later on Discord.
All right, no worries.
Thanks, Megan.
Later.
Later.
Okay.
Has Cowboy even said anything?
No, he hasn't. Godfather Ramadi, welcome.
Hey, Polska, man, we've talked before. We've talked on hamsters streams when you were out driving around running errands. We've talked before.
I recognize your voice. How are you?
Hey, listen, man. Not to speak ill of the dearly departed, but listening to you guys talk, and me and Outlaw talked about this. Man, I was a Marine grunt too, almost 20 years, in various other capacities. When I was training with the M16A2 service rifle back in my early days, I was using open sights, iron sights. And I could put 10 out of 10 in the black in a man-sized target from 500 yards. That's 5 football fields.
Damn.
So
yeah.
If I wanted to put one in somebody, I wouldn't hit him in the neck. So whoever took that shot was.
Would you have chosen to put him in center mass?
Hold on, Bob. Let him finish. Let him finish. Whoever took that shot, what?
Whoever took that shot what they weren't trained.
Okay, so you think it was sloppy?
Yeah, no, it's 160 yards, and Pop said it himself. With that rifle, a hunter could have made that shot.
We
No
don't
problem.
specifically, we don't technically know what kind of rifle it was yet because they've
Well,
never
no,
got the guy.
it was definitely a rifle.
Well, I
Because when you
know.
heard the shot and you heard the delay, and everybody turned around and looked behind them, that wasn't a pistol. That was a rifle.
No, definitely not.
Oh yeah, it was definitely a rifle shot.
hitting him with a pistol at that distance?
Impossible, virtually impossible.
Well,
no,
not with
no
most
way.
pistols, but
No
if
way.
you got like a high-powered revolver,
No way. Even a competition
possibly.
pistol shooter couldn't have made that shot. Not from that.
Yeah,
not from
I
that
agree with that.
distance.
I know I could have made that shot.
So whoever it was that took that shot, because you saw his hand come up and grab his neck, and he was wearing a white T-shirt, so he wasn't wearing fucking body armor.
Yeah, that's another thing I said. He wasn't wearing armor at all.
He was completely exposed, wearing a white T-shirt. He reached up and grabbed his neck, and then he fell back.
Yeah.
So no, whoever took that shot wasn't trained. If they were trying to aim center mass or even aiming for his head, they weren't trained.
Yeah, no, this is a regular person we're talking about with a hunting rifle. All right, and this is what we're trying to get down to here.
My next question is, how did he gain access to that roof?
It was on a college campus. I'm sure it wasn't. It wasn't secure. I mean, it's not like he had Secret Service. It's not like he had a Secret Service detail come in before and do a security analysis.
Charlie Kirk doesn't have Secret Service level.
He does have security, but probably not anything like.
But you don't know to what degree they do threat assessments, pre-planning. And things like that.
I'm pretty sure anybody with a janitor access card could access that roof.
Well, here's the thing, right? And we learned this with Trump. What was it, last year when he got shot?
Yeah, over a year ago.
You know, you would think that by now these colleges, these open air football field, whatever, that they're going to have these talks that you would have people that were monitoring the roofs and whatnot by now, because we learned already with Trump not to leave the roofs unattended.
Did you guys see the footage? Did you guys see the footage of the roof?
Yeah,
There's a video footage.
I think you're missing the point of what Charlie Kirk actually did. Is he would actively talk to people and debate. He didn't have a sword or a gun. He just went. He didn't care. And they shot him for it. They fucking killed him.
Something that a super chatter and Razor Fist.
Okay, Bob.
Okay. Somebody that super chatted in Razor Fist's stream I thought was kind of profound. I forget the whole quote, but the main takeaway is they're afraid of what Charlie will say.
Yeah.
They're afraid that he can convert their people to his side or to make them question the establishment.
He does it all the time.
Yeah. And you don't have to agree with them 100% of the time. And God knows you shouldn't, because if you agree with somebody 100% of the time, you're just a sheep.
Yeah, I don't agree with a lot of stuff that Charlie said.
You're not an independent thinker. You can't think for yourself.
The thing I was trying to convey is anytime you have a speaker going forward that's going to be outside in an open setting of some sort, before Bob left, what I was trying to say was, after we all, the entire world, witnessed what happened to the president, you would think that would be standard protocol by this point of anybody of that magnitude doing a speaking gig out in the open.
So there's a difference between There's a difference
Well,
between
you
a
know, yeah,
political
that's the thing.
figure,
No,
because
yeah,
political
no.
figures are well known to have death threats and to have
Yes, he had a
people
Sure.
lot.
committed to trying to make attempts.
No,
For
Sean.
a political commentator, that's usually territory that's off limits.
Well,
No,
Usually,
Sean, you're
but it's
you're right.
different
You're
now.
right, Sean. You're right. But no, he was a private citizen. Yeah, he was a public figure. He was a political commentator, whatever. But he was still a public
I
figure and civilian. If he didn't have adequate security at that, I'm not blaming him.
was
Please
going to say
don't get it
victim blaming
twisted.
much. No, just kidding.
No, I'm not. I'm not. But I'm saying is he was at a public
Yes,
place, a college, a university, out in the open. And I mean, you know what? Sometimes, again, not speaking ill of the dead, but shit happens.
I said this earlier. I was talking to my brother and my dad about this, and so Charlie Kirk understood what he was doing was divisive to some people, and a lot of the stuff he says can be divisive towards or to some people, and he knew the risks, and he was willing to take it. In fact, I've even heard him say this, and on a few occasions that he knows what the risks are, and he's going to take it because he believed in the message.
sure. Well, again, this is what colleges used to be about. They were
Yes.
about exchanging open ideas and information.
That's-
It used to be a place,
Yeah. That's why he would
this
always.
just-
That's why he would always do his events on college campuses.
right. And the fact that you don't see that really much anymore now, and they shot him over doing the very thing that colleges used to be known for, proves to you that we've had something majorly change in this country in the last 20, 30 years.
Yes.
And so it needs to be addressed that we have a problem not being able to just allow people to speak their mind. Whether you disagree, it doesn't matter if people agree or not with what you say. What matters is the fact that you're in a country that allows them to speak just like you are, according to the law. And so when you can't even go on a college motherfucking campus and talk and speak your mind without somebody wanting to off you, yes, there is a very toxic environment at play here.
Yeah.
There was a documentary that came out pre-COVID. It was with Dennis Prager and the guy that wasn't the shithead from the Man Show. His name is escaping me for some reason. Adam Carolla. It was called No Safe Spaces, and they talked about all of this in that documentary. If you haven't seen it, I believe it's free on YouTube. It's a good documentary.
I remember Adam Carolla.
Yeah. I mean, I can disagree. I can disagree with somebody all day long till the cows come home. Vehemently, and aggressively disagree with somebody doesn't mean I want to kill them.
Yeah, hell, Bob and I had discussions on this very platform here on this channel on this show about the moon and space being fake and the planet being flat. I don't want to kill him for it.
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about the fake moon landing in space.
I didn't expect him to
Here
hear
we go.
I'm not going to talk about this now.
I know, Bob. I know. I was using it as an example to make a point.
Yeah, right. We can agree to disagree on points, right? Okay, this is what Charlie Kirk was all about. We challenge each other's minds and our thoughts and fucking perceptions, right?
That's supposed to be the idea.
And what is truth and reality? The bottom line-
JR's comment here is on point, hands down to what I was
What
saying.
does it say? In my opinion, senseless violence, but violence, but Charlie had no fear to do. I admire what he. Maybe this might be
The day they get me, but still, this is tragic AF.
well said, JR. Well said, JR. And JR is still wrenches on many of our channels and has been ostracized on other channels and shit like that. But
JR is always welcome on this show and on my channel as well.
yeah, absolutely.
The fact that he even had to think that way, though,
It's
on a
retarded.
college campus in
It's
this
retarded
country,
with a hard R.
yes,
R.
it's beyond fucking retarded.
Yes, exactly.
If a person cannot, which by the way, when you're in college, you're supposed to be maturing into an adult. If
That's
you
where
can't
that's what college used to be. It was the open debate of ideas.
If you can't go to a college
hypocrisy.
and be surrounded by people who you're not going to agree with, and you know, somehow not lose your mind, you're not ready for the real world.
You're not ready for any of it, Allah. You're not ready for any of it.
Well, it ought to be obvious to even libtards that you're not going to all agree. Variety is the spice of life. Everybody is different. We don't all think the same. We don't all believe the same. That's okay.
So
It's supposed to be that way.
The writing was on the wall. The writing was on the wall specifically with like COVID. Bob, hold on. Bob, hold on, Bob. The writing was on the wall specifically with COVID here is they said the science is settled. It's not up for debate. Anybody that said anything opposite of what was said by Anthony Fauci and the CDC or whatever they were a science denier. But that's what science is. Science is the scientists debating what the actual science is. And so that was the writing on the wall right there.
Here's the thing. Science is never settled because science is a constantly changing thing. So they don't know what they're talking about.
The moment that Anthony Fauci said, "I am the science," then all validity for anything that he was saying was gone.
Science is about who's funding it.
That too.
It doesn't matter what they say. They say at all. Look at the funding.
Science is a compromised medium anyway. I mean, when it becomes politicized, when it becomes political, that's it. I mean, it's whoever has the most money controls them.
I don't want to necessarily change the subject, but did you guys see the video from Capitol Hill where Lauren Boebert got the floor and said we need to take a moment and say a prayer for Charlie Kirk, and then not all of the Democrats, but some of the same actors started yelling no, and then I don't know if it was her or somebody else.
Show it, Ike.
God damn it! Somebody else. We're here. This fucking happened. Somebody else yelled. Well, this fucking happened because of you.
Okay?
To the Democrats.
What's wrong? Where are you going?
Was that? Oh, somebody's talking to somebody. Okay, Bob, go ahead.
Okay, show it. Like I want to see that footage, but
I can't. I'm on my phone. I can't bring anything up.
Wait. I mean, Bob, Outlaw, Sean, Ike. I mean, Jesus Christ. I could get into an argument with somebody and disagree with somebody every time I leave my fucking apartment. Doesn't mean I'm going to shoot them.
Yeah, same here.
No,
you know what I mean?
It doesn't mean I'm going to treat them like a bad person.
Exactly.
You know what? I just had this fucking thing happen to me in the bar the other night, the Ministry of Beer, right? My headquarters. There are a lot of Mexicans who are there, and we were having a conversation about Trump and ICE, and I said to them, I'm like, I want illegals out. Anybody who
Mexicans didn't like that?
It didn't matter. It didn't matter. It wasn't about that at all. I just said, hey, you came into this country illegally. You automatically committed a crime.
Yep.
And they asked me what my citizen's status was. And guys, do you know what my citizen status is?
You're a legal resident alien, aren't you?
Yes. I'm a legal. I'm not a citizen of this country. at all. I have a Polish passport. I can go to Poland, no problem. Okay, and the U.S. government has no problem taking taxes from me because I've worked in this country since I was 4. No problem.
Polsko, weren't you born in the Soviet Union, technically?
Outlaw, go fuck yourself.
That's
No,
Cowboy.
that was
That's
I
Cowboy.
take him out of. Oh, now you chose to speak. Now you chose to fucking speak. Get
I
the
like
fuck
this.
off this
I'm
panel.
sorry. I'm sorry.
What's
I'm
wrong
sorry.
with Cowboy?
For the record, that is true, right?
No, Cowboy sends me fucking voice messages of him calling me a fucking Polak and a non-citizen. So, Outlaw, you can, I'm sorry, not Outlaw, Cowboy, you can go fuck yourself.
Oh,
And
no.
especially when it comes to this kind of topic, you can go fuck yourself, especially twice
Wow.
in a row. And I will never meet you at a Golden Corral or an Olive Garden anywhere around the city. So go fuck yourself.
Well, Bob, I'll say this, man. I dig Poland's immigration policy, which is zero. They aren't having any of that as far as your European countries go, even Eastern European countries. They have zero.
We don't even let Mexicans like Cowboy in because
When
they're
you're
fucking assholes.
when your government and your banks are sitting there literally begging these illegals to come in here and set up first-time homeowners insurance and condos for them to live in and all this shit.
They're not setting up shit, Outlaw. They're just handed it. They're not doing anything.
No, that they are. Yeah, they are. They have people right now building apartments and condos for these folks to accommodate them, and they're putting them up in hotels.
No, but what I'm saying is the border jumpers and the fucking taco vendors aren't setting up shit. They're just walking into an already set up situation.
Right. Some of them are being flown in by your government.
Godfather of Ramadi, I remember you all over the place.
Bob's drunk.
You should have wrenches all over the place. And yes, I'm not going to deny the fact that I'm drunk, but I'm really upset about fucking what happened.
But
I think we all are.
Rightfully so.
If you ask me who the real victims of this situation are, it's 2 little kids that's got to grow up without a dad now and wonder, what happened to him.
Well, he had a wife too. I mean, he's a widow now.
They were all there.
With two babies.
Because here's the thing: at some point in both of their lives, there's going to come a time when they're going to start asking questions and they're going to want to know what happened. And how are you going to explain to 2 little kids that he was killed for senseless political violence that people just simply didn't agree with him on? How do you explain that to 2 little kids?
Yeah, I'm on Polish vodka.
That creates
We invented it.
Generational rage and revenge.
Let's get back to the other fucking problem. Fatherless families, right?
Well, yeah. Well, this was a fatherless family because of leftism. Actually, most fatherless families because of leftism.
Okay. Can we look up the crime statistics? No, we're not going to do that at all.
No, let's keep it. Let's keep it kind of back on the Charlie Kirk thing that we were going to talk about the whole time on this.
All right, where are we going to go with this conversation?
What do you want?
What do you think the aftermath is going to be? One thing I already see is all these people like Crowder, Shapiro, who do the university circuit. I imagine they are about to start hiring whoever Blackwater has become now for their security, or they're going to start poaching active duty operators, or they're going to just cancel it
Sean.
outright, because now it is too
Sean.
much of a risk because a precedent has been set.
Sean, they can't afford the insurance, the security to protect themselves, so
you bring
they
up
are
a
just
good point
going
with the
to
insurance.
stop doing it.
The venues will say no more. We don't want a Charlie Kirk incident.
That's probably true. That's probably what's going to happen.
You are.
So you're
you
going to
are-
see the campuses now close ranks back in and become sheltered communist cesspools.
You have not seen the last of this. He is
Sean,
just the
I think
tipping
you're
point.
right.
You're going to see a lot more violence because he's just the beginning. He ain't going to be the last one. Mark what I'm telling you.
Sean,
No, you're not wrong.
I think when Blackwater dissolved, I think they became triple canopy.
Yeah, I
think
forgot what happened during the dissolution after, is it St. Prince or St. Price?
Eric Prince.
Yeah, Prince.
Yeah, former Navy SEAL, the founder, CEO of Blackwater. Yeah, they, after all that bullshit, they dissolved, and I think he renamed it, rebranded it. I think it's still called Triple Canopy now.
Their bread and butter was actually domestic security, not overseas.
They did PSD, private security details, domestic more than they did foreign.
Travis, I have a clip of TMZ and the people, the pieces of scum at TMZ.
I love you, but I gotta go.
Okay, Bob.
Travis,
anymore.
I have a clip. I have a clip of the scumbag TMZ people sitting there getting the confirmation that he died from President Trump today, and sitting there, they started cheering in the background. I have a screen recorded clip of that.
Fuck TMZ.
Yeah, they tried, or I briefly saw something about it, but they tried to walk it back and say that they were actually cheering for another entirely coincidental event. It's like, something that we can't actually prove, but let's just say our intuition is pointing us in a different direction.
Yeah, just so happened to be right at the time that they got confirmation.
Really quick production note. For anybody that's over watching on Bob's channel, we're going to end, because Bob's not here anymore. We're going to end the stream over on his channel, but we're going to continue over on the Seriously Cast channel. So if you're over on Bob's channel, come over to Seriously Cast. That's youtube.com/SeriouslyCast or seriouslycast.com will take you there.
And so you have people all day today getting excited for the death of someone that they politically disagree with. That's where you're at in this culture right now. Like Hammerhand talked about earlier. This is where we're at. And you haven't seen the last of it. This is going to be just the beginning of it. You're going to see a lot more of it. I hope not.
Yeah, same here.
But at this point, where is safety anymore?
I'd like to, if I may.
That's the. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
I'd like
please.
to bring up TFM. You guys are, I'm sure you guys are all aware of TFM.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I like the way he puts it. He says the way he puts it is, it's not going to go away. It never really goes away, but rather every, as he puts it, every two generations, these people, whatever you want to call them, communists or socialists, in this country we call them Democrats, they rise up and they start acting violent. Like this actually happened before. The last time the left was very, very politically violent. Think like hundreds and hundreds of bombings, bombing police stations, political assassinations. And then what did you notice? 20 years later, half of these crazy people became like university professors. And nowadays, you can actually find crazy professors at UCLA or some of these universities. 25 years ago, they were in prison. They did a stint in prison because they they were literally engaging in what we could call domestic terrorism. So I mean, and then what TFM says, and I completely agree with him, is essentially the right either rises up and kind of puts them down. Sorry to put it this way, or they sort of wash over us and take over and do all sorts of unspeakable things. So I completely agree with him. I think what happens is evil rises and good people rise to the occasion and put them down, or we just let them take over, and then they just rape, rob us, dispossess us, pass all these laws, and that's where we are now. We're starting. I'm telling you, we're going to see a rise in political violence.
Yeah, agreed. I think so too.
With that in mind, I know it almost seems like obligatory PSA on streams like this, but
I guess I'm going to try to head over to the Sirius podcast. I'll look for it. If you want to make it easy, maybe drop a link. Maybe drop a link, Ike. Okay, I'll see you guys in a little bit, hopefully.
What are we talking about? I could barely hear you.
Hey, Ike, could you drop a link? Could you drop a link in the chat to go over to your channel?
I didn't drop a link over at Bob's. It's seriouslycast@gmail.com. No, not seriouslycast. It's youtube.com/@seriouslycast.
Yeah, I don't have that on Bob's.
Well,
did you already kill Bob's stream?
Bob's is already gone.
Yeah, Bob dipped out.
Here in private chat, Cowboy, here's the link to the stream, or at least the video to the stream on Ike's side. I believe that's what you were asking for. But yeah, I just wanted to finish real quick. Let's be the cooler heads in a room where everybody's freaking out like the room is on fire.
Yes.
Well, I put that supposed to do.
No, yeah, Sean. The response, just in my opinion, in my experience, from what I've seen over almost 50 years of being on this planet, the response is not going to be what whoever is sitting there behind the scenes, rubbing their hands together and twisting their mustache is hoping for. That's not going to happen.
No, I don't think it's going to happen either, but the more people who sit there and go, okay, we're not going to do something stupid today. We're not going to do something stuput today. Or they say it's not worth the jail time. Let's have more of those than people who go, fuck it, let's play FAFO.
Here's the moral dilemma that people face, and I tried to point this out in the post that I made today on my channel. If you stoop to the level that these shooters have stooped to, you start getting, and I've seen two of our MGTOW guys kind of spurred out today. If you are stooping to the level of these shooters, of these leftist libtard faggot motherfuckers, if you're stooping to the level of the people that you disagree with and using their tactics against them, such as, the whole eye for an eye, they killed us, let's kill them. If you're getting overly emotional like that, you have become no different than the people you're fighting against. You have stooped to their level and have basically become one of them.
Yep.
You're no different. You're no different than the people that you're mad against and that you want revenge or justice from.
Well, outlaw the arena of thoughts and ideas. I mean, how many people have literally died in that arena?
Sure.
Up into including today. Yeah. So I don't know what the correct response is. I mean, emotionally, I could sit there and beat my chest and be like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it for Charlie. But dude, that's not going to solve nothing. That's not going to help nothing.
Exactly.
It's not going to change nothing. It's not going to change nothing. It's not going to bring him back.
And that's what I'm saying. Look, if what happened today to Charlie, if you were a big fan of his, if what happened today made you so overly emotional to the point to where you want to go out here and start stabbing leftists and killing libtards and BLM supporters and feminists, then you have become the very same type of person that you are claiming to fight against right now. It's not going to solve anything. It's just going to kill more people. There's an old saying, and I believe you two better than anybody here being in the military knows what I'm about to say. There are no winners in war. Nobody wins in war. And when you declare war on people, when you go out here and you declare war on people that have done one of your own wrong, nobody's going to win in that. And there's going to be sorrow on both sides.
No winners, only survivors.
I am going to have to propose a slight correction to what
Go
you said.
for it.
The only
Go
people
ahead.
who win, the only people who win in war are the bankers.
Yeah. Well, as
And
far
the
as the
orange
people who are
dealers.
right, as far as the people who are competing, right, the two fighters,
As far as the ones that are actually fighting the war, there's no winners. There's only survivors.
Yep.
I will not.
Of which we are cannon fodder to them.
Yeah,
let me tell you something.
I don't know about you, Sean. But I didn't financially profit or gain anything from serving in war.
Let me tell you something. I don't like leftists. I don't like libtards. I don't like BLM supporters, feminists, Antifa, none of them as much as the next person on this panel or on this show. But I'll be damned. I'm not going to stoop to their level and go out here and want to stab them and kill them and just become a monster, the very thing that I'm fighting. There used to be a thing in this culture called honor. Do we remember that, America? Do we remember when we used to have honor and dignity even for our own enemies? When you could respectfully disagree and live your lives?
So
remember that?
Outlaw, you're pointing out of something. Somebody said this earlier. I think it might have been Tim Pool. It's virtually impossible to radicalize a conservative. And that's exactly why.
But you're seeing a lot of people on Twitter saying this has radicalized me.
Exactly. So this is we said it earlier. This is going to be a turning point.
Sure. There's too many people that sees it as a line that has been crossed that can't be uncrossed.
Well, I mean, there's a line. There's always going to be a line. It's just dependent on what your personal line is as an individual.
Now,
so I can't speak for everybody. I don't speak for anybody. I can't speak for everybody, and I don't speak for anybody. I can only speak for myself. I know where my line is, and my line is when I'm personally threatened and I have to respond with force.
Well,
here's where my line is.
Well, here's the thing, and I say all this, and even I'm not naive to believe that just because I've said what I've said, people are going to leave you alone and, okay, we'll mutually disagree and live our life. No, that's not the world that we live in. And part of the red pill, you got to understand and get with the reality of the times you live in. And the reality of the times you live in, everybody listening to me right now, is you have unpredictable people all around you right now. You don't know what anybody around you is capable of thinking, doing on a day-to-day basis. Everybody is on edge in one way, shape, form, or another. You have no idea what could set anybody around you off. And to sit here and try to pretend like this is old times, like we can mutually exist together and live in harmony, those days are over.
No, dude, Outlaw, I 100% agree, man. It's fucking dangerous to walk around out here in the world. It's fucking dangerous.
It is very dangerous.
For anybody, and I don't give a shit what walk of life you come from. It's fucking dangerous.
It's reality. It's reality. You have to understand what time you live in. And the fact of the matter is, this government has radicalized so many people out here in the culture to be on edge as they already are, that anything you do or say going forward could set anybody off at any moment. I mean, look what happened today, for example. They popped old boy in the neck. I guarantee you that wasn't on his agenda today. Wasn't on that little girl's agenda on the train the other day either. You
Exactly.
don't know who's out here amongst you. You don't live in times where you can be naive anymore, guys. I'm not talking to any of you. I know all of you know, but I'm just saying for people listening, you know, there is a time where we've got to come to a point and live in reality. This is reality. People are uncertain. Times are uncertain. Politics has made both sides very unpredictable. The left and the right. I don't know if people have noticed, but the left and the right both are extreme and radicalized now. They both are out for each other's blood. And they're not going to stop. Charlie Kirk just radicalized the right side. That little girl just radicalized the white folks. The right side is just as radicalized as the left right now, on edge. And I hate to be sounding like this. What else do you say? Do you stick your head back in the sand and pretend it didn't happen?
No, you don't.
No.
But I don't know. And I agree with what you're saying, but I don't know what the correct response is supposed to be. I don't.
It's okay. It's okay not to know what the correct response is.
That's exactly it. You don't know. These are uncertain, perilous times.
And this is coming from somebody who was trained to be violent in order to survive. To not question the morality of what I was doing, because it was to protect myself and the men under my command. Okay, so and the fact that I'm sitting here saying I don't know what the right response is should tell you something.
The only thing I can think to say about any of this is make sure you have the means to protect yourself and at least 2 weeks worth of food.
Yep.
Well, in a world where police have no more legal obligation to protect you, physical security is a personal issue.
Oh yeah.
Of which you should be armed and trained and be able to use your weapon in case the occasion arises, but hope and pray it never does, because you will never be the same afterwards.
Yep.
Stay strapped. If not strapped, have a blade. If not blades on you, have situational awareness. Don't put your fucking back to nobody in any situation. And just
really quick, I've got some very important breaking news that I need to break here real quick. I'm officially out of beer.
Uh-oh.
However, I'm enjoying this conversation, but I am getting a little tired, and I'm probably going to end this here real quick. I wasn't going to be doing a live stream on Friday because Scott's out of town and not available. However, I want to do another one of these on Friday, and every single one of you is invited to come on and be part of that panel.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
Yeah. I'll end up being late, but yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll probably go a couple hours. So I'm going to start the end of the show here. Give everybody a chance to give some final thoughts, and there's no time limit. Take as long as you need. We're going to start at the bottom with Outlaw. We're going to go to Ramadi, Sean, and then myself.
I don't know really what else has to be said. I mean, I've heard Hammerhand give his take. I've heard Pop give his take. You know, I've heard Hamster. I've heard Undead Chronic. I've heard a lot of the people in this group give their thoughts and opinions on it. And I think everything that has been said, needed to be said, has been said. You know, like I said, we live in perilous times. Charlie Kirk is just one more reason why you don't trust anyone in this day and age, and you always stay strapped, no matter what's going on around you. like I said, nobody around here is you know, you don't know what's going through people's hearts and minds on a day-to-day basis that you're living amongst, that's voting around you, eating around you, driving around you, living, whatever. You know, guarantee nobody on today's agenda had that on their repertoire. You know, I'm pretty sure Charlie Kirk definitely didn't have that, you know, on his mind today, knowing that that was going to happen.
Exactly.
Life is unpredictable. There is no answer to this. There is no knowing what's going to happen. You don't know. I don't know. Tomorrow could be the last day for one of us here.
Mhm.
You don't know. You don't know. But just like Charlie Kirk, stick to your guns. Now, I go by the moniker outlaw. That's self-explanatory. Stick to your guns. Don't ever let people persuade you otherwise. You stick to your morals, ethics, values, principles. You're going to have people that ain't going to agree with you. Hell, he had one today. Didn't agree with him all the way to the grave. People don't agree with you. It's okay. It's okay. You're going to have disagreements in this life. Be like Charlie Kirk. I mean, look, we disagreed fundamentally. There's a lot of things I didn't agree with him on, but the man did not deserve to be put 6 foot under for something somebody disagreed with him over. It's just not, that's not an okay response to that. He stuck to his guns. He believed what he believed, and he went all the way to the end with it. You can't ask for no more humble of a person than that. You know, he stuck with what he believed, and he died for it. Time permits, probably one day we're all going to face that. Not being killed like that, but you get what I'm saying. So I'll get off my soapbox so these good men can speak too, but live every day like it's your last. Don't ever compromise with people you know are wrong. Show the world what you believe in. Kirk believed in what he believed in.
I agree.
Go ahead, guys.
No.
Ramadi?
You done, Outlaw?
Oh, I'm very done.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. No, man. When I actually, shit, Outlaw, I think you and me were actually talking on the phone when we found out about Charlie. Yeah, no, you told me that he had been shot. You were the one that told me that when we were on the phone earlier
Yeah,
today.
Chaos Extreme, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Charlie Kirk, again, no, not to speak ill, of the dead. I didn't agree with him in a lot of ways for a lot of different reasons, but he didn't deserve that. The same way that little Ukrainian girl on that train in Charlotte didn't deserve that.
No.
But again, like I said, man, my background, my level of training, what I know I'm capable of, I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know what the right response is. But what I do know is what I'm capable of and what I'm willing to do if I'm backed into a corner or put into a situation where I have to make a hard choice. That's what I know.
I mean, I had to get all this out. I ain't done this in a while, so.
You got more to say? Do you want me to stop talking?
No. I just had to throw that in. Go ahead.
Oh no, he got his chance.
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Outlaw.
Wow. No, look, I haven't streamed in a long time. You know, I had to get this out.
You're done speaking.
Wow.
You had your chance. Zip it. I'm fucking kidding, man. Damn it, Outlaw, you fucking threw me off track. Now I forgot what the hell I was saying.
No.
Way to go, Outlaw. If you wanted to sabotage it and make it all about you, congratulations. That's what you fucking just did.
Smooth
ain't
move,
about-
X-Lax.
It ain't about me. Y'all know me. I ain't streamed in about a month, so I had to get this out.
Have a good night, Holly.
But no, man, I'm not picking or choosing sides. I'm not waving a flag for nothing. I'm just saying, as somebody who profession was to close with, and destroy the enemy through fire and maneuver, and not get killed doing it. I don't know what the right answer is. I can sit here and try to tell you what I would like to see happen or what I think should happen, but that'd be irresponsible. So I'm not going to do that. And I just don't know. All I do know is what I'm going to do personally in my life moving forward. Whenever I go out in public, which is what I've always done, is have a plan, be prepared, and be situationally aware, because you don't know what the fuck's out there. You don't know who you're going to bump into on the street. But no, Charlie Kirk, regardless of my personal opinions about him, he didn't deserve that. No more than that little Ukrainian girl on that fucking metro train in Charlotte deserved that. That's all I got. Thanks, Ike.
Yeah, thank you for coming up. Sean?
So I will talk about things that I would like to see happen and I kind of hope happen.
Mhm.
What I hope happen is people who are angry and their blood is boiling right now show a significant amount of restraint. Because I know it is, especially when I was deployed and we had one of our guys go down and pass over there. Next patrol out, everybody had the same thing on the mind: retribution.
Mm.
It's difficult not to indulge in. But I hope people show restraint. Because if we are going to prove that whatever it is, ideology, ways of thinking, our rules of engagement, if we want to say that we're correct and on the right side of it, we're going to have to demonstrate it. Also, another thing, just like with any other high-profile shooting, everybody's always looking for an angle to break the case open and get popular and rich doing it, or get some clout. Let's let things... I know as much as we don't have faith in the justice system, let's let them do their job. Because if they fail, we gave them the opportunity. They fuck it up, that's their fuck up. And then we can start to make plans accordingly after.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'll finish on that. No, and sorry, I said I would.
Psych.
I know. Condolences to his family.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if they put out like a GoFundMe or something like that for the funeral arrangements, I'm sure we'll all start posting it out there. But it is just way too soon for anybody to really be setting shit like that up at the moment. So let's be on the watch out. And if you got an extra shekel or two, let's help reduce their burden.
Yeah, of course. That goes without saying. Sorry, Sean. I don't mean to piggyback off what Sean said. Just throwing that out there. Yeah, of course. Again, I didn't agree with a lot of things that Charlie Kirk said or what he stood for, but at the end of the day, he was a human being. He had a wife. He had 2 little babies, and he didn't deserve that. So condolences to his widow and children, of course.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
Okay.
didn't just kill you didn't just kill a speaker. You killed a dad. You killed a father.
And
at
a
the end of the
son and a
game.
brother.
And the innocence of
Yeah.
his children.
Yes.
Yep.
So I want to end with just kind of like a moment of silence, like contemplation for a minute, if that for like not necessarily a minute, but for like maybe 10 or 15 seconds, if that's okay.
Sure.
I feel that's appropriate.
All right. So
Sure.
just everybody just take your time. We're going to do a moment of silence here. I also wanted to end with a slight prayer, if that's okay.
By all means.
Yeah.
I have no
So
issues.
let's see. I'd like, Lord, I'd like to thank you for allowing us to have whatever for the 31 years that Charlie Kirk was here on this planet. It's only in the last like maybe third of his life that he's been a tool that you've used to help potentially spread your word, and also spread his message as well. On top of that, it's unfortunate we lost a faithful Christian, a father, a husband, a son, and we hope that you accept him with open arms and with joyous revelry. It's unfortunate that he doesn't get to spend his time on this plane of existence anymore. And we pray for his family and his loved ones and anybody around him. And we pray for the country and for those who want to do ill will against us. Amen.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to say is be the good you want to see in the world.
Yeah.
That's easier said than done, Ike. You know
I
that.
understand. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Tomorrow, I'm just to kind of not necessarily piggyback off that, but tomorrow is SWF. It's going to be a weird one. It's going to be somber. I don't know what's going to be happening, but we're going to have that. And again, all four of you, anybody that wants to come on Friday for the Seriously Cast podcast, we'll do a panel discussion similar to this one, probably a little bit longer.
Yeah,
Sounds
cool.
good to me.
Love to, Ike. Thank you.
All right, thank you guys. Okay, I'm going to end the stream now. Where you guys can hang out backstage, and we'll hang out for a little bit. Vincent, if you're on the Discord, you can find the link through the SWF if you want to hop on and hang out with us for a little bit. But everybody else, see you next time.